and good morning. My name is Vivian Wolf, and this is Zen-X Yoga. Channel used to be called Your Yoga Life, but we're moving into a new season of this channel, and we're moving into a new season of life. And so I wanted to finish up this year, 2024, with our final exploration of yoga therapy. What is yoga therapy? Who is it for? Why would you want to do it? And today I just wanted to finish out by talking about yoga therapy as a form of Svadhyaya. Svadhyaya is a yogic term that basically means self-study. And before we get too far into it, I wanted to share with you the translation of Svadhyaya from Nishla Joy Devi's The Secret Power of Yoga. This is one of my favorite books, my favorite yoga books, A Woman's Guide to the Heart and Spirit of the Yoga Sutras. And for her, she says that Svadhyaya translates to sacred study of the divine through scripture, nature, and introspection. And what she says about that is sacred study of the divine through scripture, nature, and introspection guides us to the supreme self. There's a lot of wisdom packed into that and a lot of ways that we can apply that to our own lives. So for example, if you, depending on what your religious beliefs are, you can interchange certain words in there. The divine can be God, it can be the universe, it can be my higher self, any of those things. Same with the supreme self, the idea of something within you that is larger than what you can easily see, hear, or feel, right? And that's kind of like the meat of what yoga is, and what yoga therapy can offer for you is that when you begin to study, so when you take on a commitment to study yourself, to get to know yourself, it is a really great way to just really learn how to apply observation and perspective to yourself. Let me take a quick sip of coffee here. Consider this like a little coffee chat, right? So if you're here watching the live stream, pop into the chat, say hello. I'd love to welcome you here. If you're watching this in the replay, then say hi in the comments. I'll get back to you. I'll say hi back. So I've got my little notes here. That's why I'm looking down. So yeah, this idea of connecting to your inner self, to your higher self, has always been considered, at least in yoga and in many different traditions, to be an integral part of your well-being. You have to be connected to all of the parts of you to feel balanced. Otherwise, you're going to get too caught up in one thing or too caught up in another thing, and you can't feel centered and grounded if you can't connect to that thing inside of you, whatever you want to call it, whether it's your inner light. What we can go on, we could do a whole hour long discussion about what to call whatever that is. And so in yoga therapy, what we do is we use self-study to kind of start to connect into that. So yoga therapy, like I've said before, is a way of applying all of the yogic tools to help you find self-transformation, to remove whatever suffering you are experiencing that you have control of. So you can get rid of aches and pains in the body. You can get rid of negative self-talk in the mind. You can start to release old hurts and old traumas in the heart. And this part helps you connect to that higher self, that spiritual connection within you. So what are some practical ways you can do this on your own? I'm going to give you some things you can do right now, just on your own, to help you start to tap into Svadhyaya, into self-study. So the number one thing I give my clients is journaling. So there's lots of different ways to journal. You can do journaling prompts. You can do just brain dumps. Those are some of my favorite ways to do things. Gratitude journaling is good. And we talk a little bit about that in the Pi's goal setting part of this series a little bit earlier in there So you can go back and look at that about some journaling prompts to help you connect to the 4 aspects of our experience: physical body, intellectual body, emotional body, spiritual body. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Should have done my vocal warm-ups. So another thing that you can do right now is find some stillness, find some silence, meditate. Meditation, again, there's so many different techniques for meditation, but just starting to tap into what is present right now and just sitting with it is a great way just to learn about yourself, learn about what actually is going on in my physical body. More than just what I think should be going on or what was going on last week. Is that still going on now? What's changed? What's different? Also with your mind, when you sit in silence, you sit in stillness, your thoughts become like the main actor on the stage, and you really can see what your brain is telling you. And you can start to, as the director, if we're going to use this analogy of a play, or the thoughts are the actors, then you can start being the director and telling the thoughts where to go, where to be, right, and what they should say, right? So stillness and silence is a great way to do that. There's lots of different techniques you can explore, any or all of them. Also reading and exploring the natural world, going for walks in a park, just checking out your own backyard. Getting down in the dirt a little bit can be very introspective. Anything where you can, again, you get into that little space of presence and silence and stillness. The last thing, and can be one of the harder things if you haven't already done the work, and one of the harder things that you can do, but is very, very beneficial to your Svadhyaya, is to learn to cultivate a growth mindset. Become a forever learner. Be okay with the idea that you will never reach the end of your education. And that can apply to just yourself. I will never stop learning about myself. Every single day, something new arrives into my awareness about me, about who I am, about how I take up space, about how I interact in this world. All of it is new, is new, but at the same time, it's all beautiful when it comes into that awareness, right? So I hope that that's been useful for you. If you have any questions about this, journaling, stillness and silence, read and explore nature, and become a forever learner, a lifelong learner. These are beautiful, beautiful ways to step into your Svadhyaya, your self-study, going that one step deeper into self-care, into the self-study, like one step beyond self-care into self-study, so that your self-care is more effective. So I hope that's been useful for you. I hope you enjoyed the series on yoga therapy, like what yoga therapy is, what a session can do for you. If you want to have a yoga therapy session, if you feel like yoga therapy might be beneficial to you, then come and talk to me. But there's a link in the description that will take you to my yoga therapy page. You can set up a free consultation. We can talk about how yoga therapy can help you specifically in your needs, in your goals, in your self-study. And this is my last video for 2024. We're going to move into 2025 in a very special way. It's going to be, I like the idea of this series, so now we're going to do a year-long series that are lessons in transformation for people in midlife. So if you're going through perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, or if you're just experiencing some of the challenges of midlife, of changing career, of maybe empty nesting, of moving to a new city, any of these things that kind of happen to us as we move into the 40s, into the age of the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, then this might be the right place for you. So be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're new. Then if you enjoyed this video, hit the little like button. Comment below. Tell me, what do you think yoga therapy can do for you? And let's continue this conversation. So until next time, take really good care of yourself. Okay? All right. Bye.